Welcome to another Saturday morning. Saturday morning draw. I want to make sure I'm on my fountain Nuker. There I am. We're getting to the end. I don't know if you can see what I did here, but I've done these two middle panels, and including the little tiny textures. There it is without the pencil layer. And feeling okay about all this stuff. These look a little too open to me, but I guess what I'll do is I'll put a tone behind him, which leaves these two bottom panels. If all this goes well, we'll be done by this weekend with this. And then I'll start back to work on Tarzan, just so I can meet my production goals. Silhouettes are hard. Not that hard. Oh, what else is going on in my life recently is I rejoined. Well, I was never a member before, but I was always going there. Croquis Cafe, and it's like $36 for a year. And that's where I really leveled up in during the lockdown period of 2020 or so. I was able to increase my skills. And I want to continue on with that journey because it's pretty satisfying when you can see that you've leveled up a little bit, you know. Oh, screwed up. I want to put it here. Didn't work. Where is the mess up? Here it is. So you can do a flood fill. All right, there it is. These aren't good flood fills either, though. I'm probably using the wrong brush for it. Doing these outlines because it always leaves like a little slightly less than 100%. And then I don't really get sharp lines either. I have to, if we were to get sharp lines, it would be like that. And then same deal here. Of course, Balin's so much easier to tell in a silhouette. Oops. Silhouettes aren't meant to be used for laziness. Like if you're just like, oh, I just can't draw this guy anymore, I'm just going to make a shadow. It really is. It's like you're depersonalizing the subject a little bit. And in this case, we're doing it on purpose because we want the house to be in the foreground and to show them going further away. I guess it doesn't have to be a silhouette. And he's got a tail. There we go. Shout out to Alex70 DEA Art. I wonder, does the DE stand for Germany? I'm guessing you're from Germany. Anyways, she left a comment. I'm following her stuff. Should definitely follow some of these other artists that you see. I've made a real effort to like kind of go out and find, who's doing all kinds of art. She's doing colored pencils and all kinds of other stuff. All right, so what's going on here? I think we have to go all the way down to the And then the feet are like these long feet. And he's got a bag. Don't step on my tail. And then also we got the dog. I'm making the dog too small or too big. There we go. I should have two wings, but this is one of the situations where that's why you can't do everything in silhouette. All right, here we go. Let's hope that reads. So if we pull the layer off, yeah, it reads enough. Got some messiness here. Whoop. Gotta fix it up, fix it up. We can make it a little bit less of a silhouette. Actually, I'm looking at it now, and you can see I haven't gotten completely dark. By having the front face in light. I wonder if it's possible. It's making me want to like rearrange my figure between this and Balin's tail. Let's see, what if we did it this way? I mean, if I were to actually draw it, it would be like, we would show it like this. Something like that. Something like that. So it's like a silhouette still, but it's, now we're showing, maybe it shouldn't have been this side, it should be the other side. Now we're showing a little bit of light. And it doesn't have to be much because, as they get farther away, we wouldn't see it anyways. Right. He makes a specific reference to the abandoned cauldron. Now, when I set something up like this, where there's the cauldron, that he was kind of trying to figure out, and then he failed at right in the beginning of the story. What do you think they're going to need in the next part of the story? It's got to be the cauldron. He specifically says, "I'm going to leave it here. I don't care about it anymore. All we have to do is travel to Dorgrim's Delve and carry out this very simple mission." And of course, that's not what's going to happen. We don't have to go too far. Um, on details. You don't have to go too far at all. This isn't good, though. Well, I went... Okay. We want to show that they live in the woods, so they were living in the woods. Okay. Have we kind of got it here? Have we made it somewhere? All right. I could do like a some kind of pattern here. Maybe bricks. I think that looks good. The other thing is when you're looking at stairs, you get the risers and the steps. And I'm never good at setting this up. Okay, let's put it down here. And then you got grass, and of course it's all getting very far away, so perspective. And then we just have to redraw this whole scene right over here. Yeah, as the whole mansion bursts into flames. Okay. Well, I don't know if it's looking good. Let's take a look. Sense of perspective is terrible. What's happening here? We can kind of struggle with it, but we're just not going to sweat it too much. You're not going to have much time in front of the audience. They're going to take a look at this for like a second. And since this is already kind of a cartoony story, there we go. All right, that looks okay. All right, so this one, too narrow at the top. Let's fix that. And then I'm going to have the inner hole there. This part of the house has got to be shown that it's burst into flames here. So we can get away with a little bit more. I mean, it's already been exploded. They explosion from the explosive runes from the Book of Ruin. The Book of Ruin um, already kind of destroyed the upper foundations of the house. Let's take a look. There's just a bit of our house. All right, we want to show them further down to the path. I think the toughest part is going to be getting these stairs. Like, we don't have to overwork it. We just have to get them, most of the way there. This is, after all, like a, a little stone porch. But this is wood right here. All right, let's see if we can get it. I guess I could take this. No, not you. I could take this and just bump it out just a bit. This little window area should be a little bit higher up to the left. There we go. A slightly woodcut look. Okay, well, all things considered, this isn't the worst. All right. It's bursting into flames here. That's meant to be a flame. Oh, this is looking a little goofy even for me. All right. That's all right. A door in Chinese is a mun. For example, Tiananmen Square, the mun in Tiananmen is the door. It's the gate of heaven, or the door to heaven. Although heaven is the most accurate way to describe that phrase. Tian An. Tian is sky and An is peace. Sky peace gate. All right. This is meant to be flames. Unless we need to do some. This is our fence line. This is the cauldron still out there. I'm going to come up with, in the next chapter, there has to be a situation where they could easily get out of it if he had his cauldron. And it's like, I could do this if I had the cauldron. Oh. And then they're going to have to come up with some other plan. We call that writing. Okay. We got some stairs here to try and figure out. Let's just kind of look from there. All right. Let's compare and contrast. All right. Maybe one more. That's close. Okay. Ooh, okay. Let's break the door down a little bit and have flames coming out. And we'll never have to draw this again because it'll be all burned up. Well, maybe we'll have to draw the burned up part of it. I did have an idea for like one of those sort of post-credit scenes where somebody goes and actually finds the scrap of paper in the wreckage. I think that might be a cool scene to do but it would imply um, a very clever enemy, and I already know who the enemy is and why it's happening. So is this still going? I think it's still going. All right, we're at 30 minutes. Don't use don't use thick outlines when drawing fire. There we go. Let's erase that. We want to make an ellipse, of course, but here we go. The fire here is the magical variety that is associated with um, Alcabet's deathlock ward on his grimoire. When he died, his grimoire explodes. His grimoire goes up in flames as well and can't be opened because he's a high-level wizard. So it's like protecting the weapons of mass destruction that might have been in his spell book, right? Like the wish spell, if it was in there. Like when we used to play D&D, if you were a high-level wizard, you got a wish spell. And the wish spell was like, you could do anything with it. You could just, if you word it right, or even if you word it wrong, you could wish people out of existence. Um, so any responsible wizard would, of course, do something special to their spellbook to keep it from falling into the wrong hands. Okay. Like I said, it doesn't have to be dead perfect, but we want it to be to where it sells the story. So I think we're getting close to there. Where a reader would go, okay, I understand what's going on here. And I'm not startled by its amateurism. I think my amateurism pretty much shows through, me being an amateur. But I think what we can do is we can throw down some. I don't think I want to go all the way to black like I did over here, because there's so much flame, it's going to create light. We've still got to show the different planes. I think I went a little too hard on his staff. All right. I want to put the ending here. I could do another page where they stop. This is probably the best one. This is to be continued, right? So let's throw that on the bubble slayer. There we go. And I will keep working on this. Next one will be about the tones. Please like, follow, and subscribe, and then stay tuned for more of Book of Ruin. I think we're going to be closing up the Book of Ruin saga next. Or at least this is a to be continued. This is part one. I think there's going to be 4. The whole story. For this first story, it's going to be 4. We could call them chapters, I guess. And, if I were to do this like Brillig, it would be, I would just keep going and I would go right into chapter 2. But I'm thinking that I want to switch gears so I can get Tarzan done. And then, let's see. Yeah. Switch gears so I can get Tarzan done. And then before you know it, we'll be on to the next thing. All right, please like, follow, and subscribe, and tune in for more Book of Ruin.